Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on a KO of Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 102 Optimus Prime as he is seen in Transformers Rise of the Beast. And when I first got him, I actually got him through OfferUp. He was loose, but as you can tell, he is complete. Now, at the time, I was really excited, and I'm going to go ahead, full disclosure on this. This is the second filming of this review because I had yet to complete the edits to my first review of this figure, and it wasn't until a couple of members on a Reddit page that I posted the images on told me. I was like, yeah, I got the official. I said, what do you mean official? This isn't a third party. But as I look back on the footage, as well as other reviews and the images on on different sources, I failed to notice he did not have his Autobot logo on here. Oh man. Well, I'm feeling sheepish. Oh man. But I have to say this figure is phenomenal. I mean, good God Almighty. This is every bit as, it's a spitting image of the official figure. But man, the colors are bright and vibrant. The figure is every much as the official Studio Series. But I have to tell you, and more than likely you'll probably see it at the end of the video, I will put some Toy Hacks labels for Optimus here. But nonetheless, he did not come in a box or anything. He came loose, so that's what you're seeing on here. And the thing about it is, for it being a third party, I do have to say there were some missed opportunities. One of them are weaponry. Granted, I do like the molded detail on this and everything. Not bad. I do like it. I just wish they had taken the opportunity to try at least to do, the clear colored plastic version of this blade. So you do see, an energon on there. Another thing would be to give them a much more larger, hand cannon, instead of this diminutive, POS here. I will show this off when putting on the accessories later, but, I'll probably show that off in a minute. But one of the things I really wish they had done, and I am going to go ahead and bring this out, because for those of us that had the Studio Series version of Optimus from the Bumblebee movie, we were so fucking just gushing over ourselves when we saw him holding this. Now, as you can tell, this is kind of Toy Hacks, but let's take a look. Oh, that is tight. Yeah, that's not going to fit. The peg is too wide on that. But, they could have given him that, you know. Let's see. I'm going to pull out the one from the main line, which is this one, which they did give. I mean, that is. Oh, let me pull him off camera and try and get him out there, because I'm like, wow, really? Holy cow, seriously? Oh, yeah, no. I will show you what I am having. Okay, so yeah, this pig hole is really thick. So for it to be, a main line, that is, for it to not fit on there, that is like, wow. So let's put on one of these. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. So they had the opportunity to go ahead and give him, some better weaponry. And they did not. But, let's go ahead and take a look at the detail on this. That is, wow. That is really awesome. Now, one thing, and look at that pudding. He's got, his face is like totally silver. That is awesome. Really good molded detail. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. And it feels like there's like some die cast in certain areas. Maybe it's just a type of plastic. But holy cow, man, that is some really good paint apps. You can tell they really did the detail for his windshield wipers. Really good detail on the arms, the sides here. Along, you got two tones right here. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you're seeing that, but look at that. A spot to put an Autobot logo on. Really good detail on there. Along his legs, his feet. And as we turn around, some really good molded detail on his back. On his back butt flaps. This thing is awesome. So, yeah, that is some good detail. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. So his head is on a ball joint, so it can go 360, can look right, can look left, can look up, and can look down. So he does have some really good range of motion in the head. His arms, are tight as hell. So, yeah, that is... And I did inquire about, when someone mentioned that this was a third party, and I didn't believe them, I did ask if their variation of the figure was as tight in terms of the joints as mine. And I did get a response back saying that, yes, it is tight. So, so it's not just limited to this third party. Apparently, the joints are tight. Now, I think I did join in a group order where they are going to put out a premium finish version of this figure. So I will be getting that, and I will be reviewing the official version as soon as I get it. Because let's face it, this guy is so damn hard to find. And like I said, I got lucky when I found him on OfferUp. Wow. So, alright, so he's got a waist swivel. Very nice, very tight too, but not as tight as the arms. So his arms do have upper bicep. And one thing I noticed, he's got screws on here. I don't know if the official has screws, but based off of some of the upgrade kits that I am seeing, like through DNA and all that, more than likely the screws are on there. But again, I'm only hypothesizing. I really don't know. He can kick up and kick up high like a rocket. He's not able to kick back, but he does have upper thigh rotation. Not all the way, but yeah, it's there. And you can hear by the squeak. It's tight. So he can bend around 90 degrees. That's as far as it will go. And he can kick back. He can kick forward. He does have an extreme ankle tilt. So very, very nice. So he does have his two accessories. Now to do that, you have to go ahead and open this up. And I am going to go ahead and twist the hand around. Now he does have wrist rotation, I should say. But oh my god, that thing is tight as hell. There we go. And then just tap that in there. Go ahead and put this puppy in there, as diminutive as it is. And you can do the thing. One thing I do want to tell you, and I did forget, though he does have wrist rotation, he can put his arm on there, but that is, yeah, I've seen a lot of reviews of the official figure, and it's the same BS with this. You know, they could have done the joint on the actual bicep here to where you have a much more natural instead of having it hitting his shoulder or his head. So it's like, yeah, no. So, but I have to say, you know, honestly, they could have given him a much different, you know, size weapon, especially for his hand cannon. And of course, let's go ahead and put his hand down. And he does have his weapon here, his sword, which you can either peg on the side right here, like so, or you know, you can have them like that. You know, so you have that like so. Or you can have them holding it like a regular sword. Like that. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, like I said, these with this figure, for it being a third party, there was a lot that were missed opportunities. Improvements on, like I said, like with this arm. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show you two examples here. So, like I mentioned a little while ago, whoever the third-party company that created this, I have to applaud them on their accuracy of making this KO, but they did miss some opportunities. One of them are the shoulders that I had mentioned, and I'll show you in a couple of examples. One of them we're going to see from the mainline figure. Now, as you can see, almost the same, just a little bit shorter, but they had this. Oh, sorry. They had this. They went ahead and had the option to do that. You know, keeping this open like so, and you got that. They had that option. Not a bad idea. Also, giving him a weapon that he can actually hold, other than the sword, like this, you know, like his rifle. That would have been good. Okay, now the next example of shoulder articulation we will see with the Studio Series Optimus from the Bumblebee movie. Now, as you can tell, you know, his this version's colors are a little bit muted than the other one, but this is what I'm talking about. See, like that. They could have done this, and they could have left this open like that. So, I mean, there was a lot they could have done. Missed opportunities, and a rifle that will actually fit in his hand. I'm going to take one final look before I go ahead and do some transformation. All right, thank you for your patience and waiting. I really appreciate it. So here we have Optimus unarmed, and we're going to go ahead and get him ready for transformation. So one of the first things we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and put his hands in. Now, one thing that I will recommend is putting his hands, twisting them around. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the joints on this are extremely tight. So there we go. And hold on. Nope. What the hell? And I'm gonna go ahead and just try and get this back on. There we go. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm going to try put that on there. And just to make sure, yeah. So the hands are going to just go like that. And just slap that in. There we go. So both are on there. And of course at this point, we are going to go ahead and detach this portion here. And we're just going to go ahead and just twist things and just, so we're going to go ahead, bend this forward and twist this area around. Now once that's done, we're going to take this metal, not metal, but this gray piece here, and flip this open or flip this up so it covers his head, and then all we gotta do is just turn this around, and there we go. And then all we gotta do is just close that portion up. Now this is the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and twist this around like so, because in my first video I did not do this portion because, you know, I didn't have instructions. But, you know, seeing the other, you know, review videos, it was just, okay, cool. So there we go. Now let's go ahead and twist this around. Oh yeah, one thing that I noticed, this hinge right here is going to twist down like so, like that. And do the same on the other side, twist that around, and plop. There we go. Now, because of how tight this thing is, you do need to hold it down. Come on, baby. Work with me here. Twist that around. There. There we go. And we just lift this panel up. And do the same on the other side. And make sure this portion is up like that. Now, there is a reason why I did this. It's because just like the G1 style, we're going to go ahead like that. Oh, before we do anything else, yeah. Alright, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and take this arm and bend it like so. Take this portion out and like I said, this thing is tight. So that way this portion here is already on the bottom, because you can tell there's a tab right there. It's going to go into this, or I should say this notch is going to go into this tab here. But let's go ahead and see about just getting this on here. And I'm just trying to get everything snapped in there. Oh, okay. Now, I don't know if anyone's noticed it, but there is a tab right there. It's supposed to notch in to this little peg hole. There we go. There, like that. And there we go. That goes in there. Now, there is this portion here that's going to tab down. And that's going to make that design right there. Now, let's go ahead and proceed with the other side. And like before, we're going to go ahead, put that in, and go ahead and tab that peg into that little peg hole. Alrighty. There we go. So far, so good. Just put that on there. Now, we're going to go ahead, before we do anything further, and to twist the wheels out like so. Just flip them. And there you go. Then all we got to do is just take this and just snap that in. And like that. And we got the first part. Now, on the legs here, you got a very small tab. It's going to go into the tab hole. Let's see if I can try and show that off. Right there. But before we do anything on that, you gotta go ahead and take this portion up. And yeah, you gotta go ahead and untab it in order to, oh, damn it, what the hell? There we go. So we gotta untab this side piece from this gray piece here. Then once that's done, just flip that around. I'm going to do the same on this leg here. So we're going to untab it like that. And go ahead and lift that up. Now, granted, it's almost like, and I do say almost like, the Studio Series Optimus from Bumblebee. However, you will see in a moment that is where the similarities will end. Oh, and then of course we gotta turn the feet in like so. There we go. Then we're gonna go ahead and move this camera like so, because it decides to fucking move. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, now let us go ahead and continue. Like the previous foot, we're going to go ahead and twist that around and just plop that in. Now we can go ahead and just peg that. And we're going to go ahead and try and peg the sides so that way it will. There we go. And we're going to do the same with the other side. Now, plop that. And for some reason, this one, if it ain't one side, it's the other. There. Yeah. You just gotta go ahead and make sure this panel here is tabbed in there so it will hold the legs precisely. Then you just go ahead and just lift up the oil tanks. Ah, damn it. Okay. I really hate it when that shit happens. There we go. Okay. So, all we gotta do is just... There. Now, this is where I was talking about. So, and peg. There. And then, of course, we got this side, and we just gotta go ahead and peg that. There. Now, this is where I have an issue. Come on. So, here he is in his automotive glory. And this, oh, almost forgot. These two gray pieces need to be pegged in, and that is where I got an issue. Because they do not tend to peg in properly. And as you can tell, I think it's just the molding on that. But, yeah. And zoom out. Okay, so you can tell on one side it is flush, on the other side it has a little gappage there, which is why I think that's why this just does not peg properly. Now, as you can see, he looks absolutely phenomenal from this angle. It is on this side that, yeah. Why? I know they were trying to do something different, but this is a joke. This is another missed opportunity that this third party company could have done. And I do say this third party company because I did not get a box, I didn't get instructions. So I don't know what company this came from. So if anyone knows, please let me know so I can go ahead and give credit where credit is due. But this was a missed opportunity to fix the bullshit that Hasbro had put on there originally. Because this is exactly what I'm calling it as. Bullshit. And I will show you in a moment, the differences between the first Studio Series Optimus from the Bumblebee movie to this one. So, give me a moment to go ahead and I will show you vehicle comparisons as well as robot mode. And here we have a comparison shot of all three in robot mode. As you can tell, the mainline version is a little bit closer. Of course, he is toy hacked a bit and made him stand out just a little bit more. But again, not too bad. And as I stated earlier with the Studio Series Optimus, also toy hacks, his colors are a little bit muted, and he seems to be bulkier than this Studio Series Optimus. They made this one very, very streamlined, much more slender. So, yeah, not bad at all. Now, the only thing that I do have, like I said, some issues with is that there was, they didn't make these top portions of his shoulders, that's on his shoulders, the same color as the rest of him. So I'm going to see in the process of upgrading this to see whether or not, because I will be upgrading this, see whether or not that the DNA, if there's a red piece for that, and then see about trying to go ahead and just do a full color of the plate that his head, is on. So that way it matches the color. But we will see how that's going to work out. But there they are in robot mode. Let's go ahead and take a look at them in vehicle. All right, folks, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience. And here we have the three primes. And as you can tell, each of them have their, they look very awesome. Here we have the main line, looking just like his big brother over here. And then we have the gruff old warrior, that arrived at the end of the Bumblebee movie. And, each of them have their, their pros and their cons. I'll just put it that way. Now, as you already saw earlier, this one looks great in the front. On the side, yeah. What can I say? This is the same issue that the official Hasbro has. This was also another opportunity that that this third-party company could have done to correct this. I know Hasbro was trying to go ahead and find a different way to get this. As you can tell, this is very, very streamlined. You can see the hitch, the way it's supposed to look. But the big drawback with this figure is this piece here, which pretty much goes at its side. And again, I'm assuming this was what Hasbro was trying to avoid. And you can tell it failed miserably. And unfortunately, this third party company copied the exact same thing. So again, just like the weaponry, this was an opportunity that they had missed. So, and where with the mainline figure, you have a unique method in getting that done, but then you have this like a type of, they got the trailer hitch, all nice and good, but they have it in a basket. So, but yeah, right there, opportunities missed. So I know there are other third-party companies that had trying to do their own thing and everything, but again, I mean, you wanted to go ahead and try and get your money and everything. I understand that, but if you have an opportunity to improve on something and still make it look that cool, I would have taken it. So there they are, and there's the comparisons in both robot as well as vehicle mode. So give me a moment to go ahead, get the other two primes out. We're going to concentrate on the one in the middle, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts as well as my score. And here we have Optimus transformed and ready for battle. And I have to say, the look of him in robot mode is awesome. I mean, if I were to put the official Studio Series Buzzworthy Bumblebee next to this, I would not be able to tell them apart. I mean, this thing is freaking bright. He is, wow. I mean, this is the Optimus that we really wanted. That being said, though, as you saw in my transformation as well as my comparison, there were some missed opportunities, as I stated. Weaponry being one of them. They could have gone ahead and either done a paint on the blade, or they could have gone ahead and gone with clear plastic. But again, it just really depended on, I guess, the manufacturer's budget and whatnot. But they failed on that one. The arm blaster, they could have gone ahead and done one that is in scale with his arm instead of this diminutive pea shooter. So yeah. Now, in certain areas of his robot mode, the arms, they could have done something to correct the issues with his shoulders, and especially his upper arms and shoulders. Now, I normally don't complain too much about tightness, but this is scary tight. So, I mean, if you were paying attention to this video, this was scary tight. So, now, of course, now that I know that what I have in front of me is a KO, will I still get the upgrade set? I still might. If everything is a complete copy of how Hasbro had manufactured their version, then more than likely this upgrade set may actually work with it. I will find out, when I go ahead and order it. And we'll be revisiting this figure soon. Now, that's what I have to say about the robot mode. Vehicle mode, however, if you're looking at it straight or at a slight angle, oh, it is phenomenal. I mean, I cannot gush. I cannot gush enough about this figure and the vehicle mode. But the vehicle mode does have issues, and you saw the biggest one. And I'm not the first one to complain about the vehicle mode issue, except unfortunately, said company here, I don't know who they are, so if anyone knows, tell me, and I will come back and give them proper credit. But like I said, when they went ahead and made this KO, they did it, they duplicated every flaw to this. And unfortunately, that was something they could have corrected right there and then. But instead, you just saw. You saw by the comparisons of the vehicle mode, what they did with the Bumblebee movie. And I can understand they wanted to avoid that issue again. But that was a horrible mistake on their part. So again, we're going to have the need to put a third-party upgrade for this. Now, whether I'm going to pay $50+ for the DNA one or something around $30 for the other set, I will let you know. Or I may get both, who knows. But we will see how it goes from here. But enough of recapping all the pros and cons of this figure. You pretty much want to know what my score is going to be. So, if I have to give a score on a scale of 1 through 10, and this is so deserving a 10 just by the look of the robot mode and the vehicle mode in certain angles. But because of the issues involved, I am going to go ahead and give him an 8. And that's being generous, because I could have given him a 5. But granted, this is a third-party figure, and there's going to be certain things that, they had done. Now, one thing that I do kind of, I'm just like, wow, really? Is the fact that the figure cannot hold, the Bumblebee Optimus's weapon. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can try and get that weapon on there, because that would have been, honestly, a good thing to have. Oops, sorry. So I did off camera try to get this weapon on there just by sure, in the hopes of basically trying to get that weapon on there. That would have been a cool thing to have, but it's not fitting. So that's sad. I may try and see if I can at least whiten the hole a little bit. I'll probably take an X-Acto and just whiten that out on both ends. But yeah, it's there. So that's my score. I am going to go ahead and give him an 8. That's my score. That is my opinion of the figure. Now, for anyone that has the official Hasbro or Takara release, I want to hear from you. Now, as I stated, I got lucky when I saw this on OfferUp, and I went ahead and grabbed at it because it's like, oh wow, cool. and I got it at a pretty decent price. It was below retail, and we've all seen the prices for retail in terms of this particular figure. And because of the fact that he is very hard to find, oh my god! At least I didn't pay the redonkulous, you know, secondhand prices. So I should be grateful on that one, I guess. But once again, were you able to pick up the official Hasbro? And if so, let me ask you, do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.